Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to another video from Mida Travel. I'm on my own today, poor Dave, he's got a hard day at work, but I wanted to bring you our experience of the great musical afternoon tea on Marella Voyager. Now, just over 12 months ago, we did the same event on Discovery 2 and we absolutely loved it. We raved about it. We have a video, I'll put the link above, so it might be useful for you to see the comparison. And as I say, we told everybody on that ship, if you get the opportunity, go, because it was absolutely fantastic. So we couldn't wait to go again on Marella Voyager, particularly as we had friends with us and we sort of raved about this event. We love afternoon tea and we love the musical theatre. So for us, it's the perfect event. Unfortunately, our experience on Marella Voyager didn't live up to the experience we had on Discovery 2 for two main reasons, really. Firstly, we said no fish, and that could have had serious consequences. And also, we think there are serious issues with the location where they hold the event. But before we get on to those, let's go back to the beginning. We tried to book the Great Musical Afternoon Tea on the cruise planner pre-cruise, but it wasn't on there. So we had to wait until our first day on board to book it. Now, it cost us £14.95 per person. I believe they hold the event once per week, and it's held on the Voyager in the Silver Fork restaurant, which is on deck 5 next to reception. Now, 2 days before we were actually due to go to the event, we went to Silver Fork for the specialty dining experience. Now, I have to say that the restaurant is beautiful. They've spent a lot of money in there and it looks the part. It is their premier dining restaurant. And I have to say, we ate in there and it was absolutely fantastic. Out the whole 2 weeks, that was probably my favourite meal. I would say that all of the specialty restaurants on Marella Voyager are brilliant. And we have got a video, I'll put the link above. So as a dining venue, absolutely superb. But when we arrived there that evening, the greeter said to us, "Oh, you're due here in 2 days for the afternoon tea. Have you any allergies or preferences?" Now, Dave and I don't like fish, and also Dave doesn't eat eggs. So we sort of stressed that, and she recorded the information, and it appeared to be no problem at all. On the day of the event, we turned up at 2:30 p.m., which is the advertised time, and as we entered the restaurant, we had a lovely, warm, friendly greeting. But I have to say, this is very standard across the whole of the Voyager restaurants. We were shown to our seat and I took in the surroundings. I love the boards advertising the different shows. There was Les Mis, Miss Saigon, Wicked. And I also love the attention to detail on the tables which are laid. You've got the banners with musical notes on. You've got beautiful gold opera glasses. And you've also got this gold embossed menu. Now, don't worry, I didn't steal this. You are allowed to bring them home as a memento. I would have loved to have brought the opera glasses home, but that would have been theft. So I sadly had to leave those behind. First things first, the waiter comes and offers you one of the cold drink selections. Now, there are three cold drinks on the menu that you're allowed to have one of. There's a sparkling Kir, there's a pineapple and sunshine mocktail, and there's a G&T special afternoon drink. And I chose the pineapple and sunshine mocktail, and it was absolutely superb. And I think one of our friends had the G&T special. Then you're brought some popcorn on the table, and that's followed by a wonderful strawberry and Cointreau soup, which we hadn't expected on Discovery 2. And so we hoped it would still be there, and it was. And it's superb. We absolutely love that. And then following that, you get the walk on of the cake stands. First of all, I will just say that when you enter the restaurant, there is a pianist playing. We had the lovely Lana, who's superb, and she plays songs from the musicals on the piano. And as the cakes come in, now this is where things sort of certainly lacked a bit from the Discovery 2. I will show you quickly them entering on Discovery 2, and now I will show the entrance on Marella Voyager. I think you can see the spectacle that Discovery 2 is that Voyager isn't. It just isn't the same impact or wow factor. And I think also on the Discovery clip, you will see the bit where the piano is situated, and everybody had a clear view of that. So as they walk in with the cakes, they sing Be Our Guest, which is lovely. And obviously your cake stands are placed on the table. Now, because Dave and I had given sort of foods that we didn't like, we were given a stand each with our own food on. Now, the boys that were with us, they had one cake stand as they had no preferences at all. As our waiter arrived at the table with our cake stands, he put one in front of Dave and one in front of me and said no fish, and then no fish, no eggs. But he couldn't decide which one had got no fish and eggs and which one was just no fish. And so after he put them down, he swapped them over. And then, having thought a second more, he swapped them back again. So this wasn't the greatest start because it didn't fill us up with a lot of confidence. And whilst we were sort of preparing to eat, two of the show team come in and they sing 3 songs. Now, they're never going to please everybody because song choices are obviously what I don't like, other people will love, and vice versa. But I was a little bit disappointed with what they chose to sing. They chose a really old song from that I just didn't recognise. I wanna be that girl in the mirror there. I wanna be that girl with golden hair. They sold a song from My Fair Lady. Often walked down the street before, which is quite an old musical. And then they sang Be Our Guest, which we'd already heard when they were walking in with the food. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Terry, and we'll provide the best. I just think it's a shame when they've got these advertising boards that they don't sing some of the big numbers from Les Mis, Wicked, or Miss Saigon. But anyway, that is just a minor quibble. Now, a lot of people in the restaurant did have the back to the performers. We turned our chairs around so that we could see them, but they were really close to us. So when they were singing, it was actually quite loud in our ears. And also, I have to say that I don't think the acoustics are best in that restaurant. But when they've sang their 3 songs, they depart, and the pianist continues playing songs from musicals, which is lovely. So we turned to focus on our cake stands. And as we started eating, Dave suddenly pulled a sandwich off the stand and realised it was fish. We said no fish. Now, fortunately for us, it is not an allergy. It is a preference. So for us, the consequences weren't serious. But Dave is very anti-fish. And so the minute he found this sandwich, he felt that the other stuff had been contaminated. He was worried what else might be on there. And so he just lost his appetite totally and was unable to eat. And subsequently, that affected my enjoyment and appetite. So it was a little bit upsetting. The pianist stops playing and leaves. And they then put some background music on. Now, they did it on Discovery 2 and they did it on the Voyager as well. They put background music on that was not musical. I don't know why they don't put a musical tape on. It would be so much better. But back to the food. We just basically, as I say, lost any interest in it. And we did speak to the manager in charge of that restaurant and she apologised. But I really don't feel it was very heartfelt. So when we left early. We went to reception and we felt that we needed to make a complaint, if nothing else, because if a certain person had got an allergy, then I don't think enough care was taken in the serving And if it was life-threatening, then it could be quite serious. So we did feel the need to report it. And also we felt that the occasion for us had been marred. The manager of all the restaurants on the Voyager was subsequently contacted, and she arranged to meet us later that afternoon. So we went for this meeting, and she brought along with her the chef. And together they apologised profusely for what had happened and offered us a refund. Now, I argued the fact that this had upset the whole table, and I felt that the refund should apply to all four of us. She said she could authorise the refund for me and Dave, but she couldn't authorise, she would have to speak to her manager regarding a refund for the whole table. Now, she said that she would contact us the following morning with the decision. Now, I'm probably more annoyed about anything else that she said she would do this, and we heard nothing the next morning. We heard nothing from her at all ever again. So although Dave and I got the refund, our friends didn't. And I'm really upset with the level of customer service. Don't say you're going to do something if you're not going to do it. So that sort of just put the final nail in the coffin for the event for us. So just to summarise, we are due to sail on the Explorer, which is a similar layout, and I think they hold the Great Musical Afternoon Tea in the same restaurant as they do on the Voyager. So we would definitely not go on the Voyager or the Explorer to the afternoon tea if we had the opportunity again. But we would definitely go if it was on the Discovery class of ship. Now, I will say that the menu I will put up for you to see. I love the way, I didn't mention, but I love the way they give certain of the selection of sandwiches, songs from the musical. So you've got Thank You for the Music and Food, Glorious Food. I will put this up for you to peruse at your own leisure. You can pause and stop to see it. You can have an upgrade to a champagne afternoon tea if you speak to the waiter when you get there. All in all, for us, a disappointing experience. I still think, though, that it represents really good value for money. I think £14.95 for what you get and the experience you have is good value. I just think that probably our experience was marred because we'd experienced it on Discovery, and I'm sure a lot of people that were there that afternoon absolutely loved it. I think the food was unfortunate. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry it's been a bit negative. I have to say that those of you that have watched our videos know that we rave about Marella. We love sailing with Marella. There is so much good about Marella, but occasionally you get a dud. And for us, the Great Afternoon Musical Tea on the Voyager was a bit of a dud. But if you've enjoyed the video, then please subscribe, please hit the like button and hit the bell button for notifications of our forthcoming videos. Thank you all for watching, everybody, and happy cruising.